Okay, this video is to thank all those who spoke out, and there are many, and I'm sure I'll forget some, and we'll try to fix that later, but nonetheless. We'll start with Kevin. Kevin's amazing. He did it the right way, and he did it his way, and there's only one way to do it, and that's the way Kevin did it. And, you shouldn't worry about those sorts of things. It's immaterial. If people can't handle the word fuck or shit or whatever, then they really aren't ready to hear what we have to say, because this is not good news. It's really not good news. And so what Kevin has done uh, is incredible, and he's been unrelenting, right out of the hospital and back into the fire. Like he wasn't in the fire in the hospital, but he just hasn't stopped, and he's paid a price, big time. It's Milky the Clown, never ending as well. She's in a way paid a price as well. She was unrelenting and funny, tried to at least make light of the stupidity of the situation and the the lying that's going on left, right, and center. And I just it made watching bad news fun, and I really appreciate everything she's done, and we're glad she's back. And it's too bad that someone had to get her goat going just to get her back. But I think she's back for, not full time, but she's back, and that's great to see. Patrick should have kept that to himself. One thing I'd like to mention about the Patrick Henry thing is that Shazam and Jay Ray, they helped out as well. Uh, I know that's a fact, and I know everybody should know that by now. And Patrick did the work. The thing is, there was an election on at the time, and so I don't really think that people wanted to talk about that at that moment. Let's face it, that's a fact. But Patrick didn't have a problem with that, and so you have to give him credit for that. Um, and Shazam, was finding things that they were hiding. So kudos to all three of those people. The thing that went on there was just ridiculous. It's a bit of, well, I've already mentioned my thoughts on that. But nonetheless, they've spoken out about this. They've said something about this, and so you have to give them all credit for that. It's too bad that got into a bit of a spat over something stupid. In the beginning, there were people we were following, and that's all we had at the time. So we just had to go with that. It's just the way it was. Time has shown that they've kind of put their foot in their mouths, and they have to live with that. Radchick was amazing. Came up with Reagan's story, all sorts of other good research she did. I don't know what more that I can say. She did some amazing stuff. It stands, it's there. Very few people were talking about it, but there she was. Paid a bit of a personal price herself, so as well as her daughter and family and whatnot. So gotta give her kudos for that. Tom was there. He's an art man, and I'm glad he's here. And I really like what he has to say, to be honest, more than his art. But I do like his art. You can't really see it in the video, but his art is amazing. It'd be nice if he could get a gallery and get this stuff out. Otherwise, I think his what he's talking about is not going to happen. But I understand what he's talking about and what he means. I don't like what he said about the keyboard activist, because he is a keyboard activist. We wouldn't know about Tom without this, and Tom should realize that. And nobody actually would know anything about this without the keyboard activists, period. So Tom really should learn from this. He's a voice, and we like to hear his voice. I like to hear what he says, and I like what he points out, and I like his art. I just think he should realize that he doesn't have to pick a genre or has to come on and just talk about art. You can talk about anything you want, Tom, because we all like your opinions and we all like what you have to say. Uh, so there we are. Lonnie, Stacey Anderson. There's one here. That's good. But, anyways, Dana obviously is amazing. He's done an amazing job. He started off rough. And I gave him a little bit of shit, just because he showed up late, and I think he didn't like that too much. But I knew that eventually he would come to realize how big of a situation this is, and how important it is, and obviously he does, and he is unrelenting and continuing to, as Kevin says, people know, but they don't know. And Dana is filling in that role quite nicely. Everybody has a part to play, no matter how small or how big. All of these people do their work. Mary Greenley's done work. Pink has done work. Great job those two have done. Mox, News, Happy Gnome has done his job, done his part. He's put out good stuff. And hopefully he'll support Mox. He's also an unrelenting person in this field, all field news. But he's put out some really, amazing stuff. But it's in the time. It's time. It takes a lot of time to do this work. There's so many. When the shit hits the fan was around. Kind of got off track a little bit, but everybody does. He put out some really good stuff. I liked a lot. Connecting the Dots put out stuff. In the beginning was amazing. Mainstream News made some goofs, and then he managed to find it and put it up, and of course it was taken down right away. It had to do with infantile deaths and the seaweed wrap for sushi, stuff like that disappeared. We were taken down intentionally and stuff. So now he's kind of gone wacko. I think personally, I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. It doesn't even sound logical anymore. Some of his arguments, but maybe he wants a little more attention. I'm not really sure what the deal is there. Andrew's done an amazing job. He's put together a movie, a bunch of movies actually. I had a lot of trouble getting those movies up. No matter what Tom says, they're good movies and they're informative movies, and that's what we need. And that's really what we have to do, because no one else is doing this. Mainstream news is not doing anything, and so you can whine and be whiny about certain things here and there. I know I could be big time on lots of people, but what's the point? As long as people get the picture that this is dangerous and this is going to affect them and their family and their kids, that's all that really matters. And so hopefully Andrew will get some credit, and he'll maybe purchase those CDs from him, show your friends, pass them around, make copies, whatever. I don't think Andrew will mind too much about that. He's put in the time, there's so many others, some that came and went, and some that didn't want to touch this, and now they're interested in this. And it's gotten bigger now, which is good, and Dana as well has brought along with him a bunch of group of hounds. Kevin calls us his army. I think we're all warriors. I don't know that we're big enough to call ourselves an army, but warriors I kind of like. And Kathy started talking in a blog site forum, which is kind of nice. Had some trouble. We all had trouble. They always screw around with every one of us. It's just the way it works. It's just kind of the way it is. And as much as people don't like YouTube and they screw around with the views and this and that, YouTube at least allows us to have a voice and throw our stuff out there. And if they obfuscate the views, well, who cares? Anyways, we'll be back for another one for